So it's my great pleasure today to announce that the new Chargers President will be Brett McKay, General Manager of McKay Timber. Been a great stalwart of the club for many years, a great sponsor of the club for many years, and a member of the Chargers board for the last 18 months or so. It gives me great confidence after 3 years in the role and deciding not to re-nominate. It gives me great confidence about the future of the club, having someone of the calibre of Brett McKay, and also I know the real support that Brett's got in the basketball community and great contacts and networks into Tasmanian business and into Tasmanian government. It really is a positive step for the club.
Why have you decided to step down?
I've done 3 years and it's been some of the best years of my life. 3 years of real joy, excitement, energy and fun. We're now moving into, and we've completed our 3-year plan. We wanted to be strong at the bank account, strong on the court, strong for the future, and create an opportunity for Tasmania to be NBL ready. And I believe we've done all of those things. So it's time for a new plan, some new energy, a new fresh set of eyes. But I'll still be around the club. Generously, the board's invited me to be patron of the club, and that means I will have a chance to still be talking on behalf of the club and certainly working with sponsors and government and certainly be there courtside on game night.
Does the relationship have to repair between the club and Basketball Tasmania for this to go ahead?
Well, look, it's going ahead, and we have spent the last 8 weeks, 12 weeks really working very hard. The board, everyone on the board, cooperatively with Basketball Tasmania. We believe they've seen some of the issues we had last year and have adjusted their policy settings on that, and we're really happy about that. And that means the club can go forward now after what's been a really painful year, having to step off the court last year. It's a great source of celebration for us that the club's going to go forward with great strength.
How much energy has that made you burn physically and mentally, Dave?
Look, it's been 3 years of huge amounts of work, no doubt about that, but I've been surrounded by a great group of people, one of whom is Brett, and those people have also done a huge amount of work. I have, and I've been saying that I got much more out of this club than I could ever give it. So I encourage all Tasmanians, and particularly people in the south who are keen to be involved, is to be involved with a club like the Hobart Chargers. It's a family, it's a community, and no matter what energy and effort you put in, you'll get 10 times that back, and that's certainly been my experience.
It's an honour to step into the role of president of the club. David's done a fantastic job in his time. There's certainly going to be very big little red shoes to fill in where I am coming from. We must thank him. Basketball in Tasmania needs to thank David for all his effort and his work over that period. Without where he's managed to get the Chargers and even local basketball, there was a possibility of us not having that pathway for our young people to move forward into senior representative basketball to represent the state and into NBL.
What's your vision for the club now?
The vision for the club is still we've got to be strong, as we said, but we're moving forward now into looking at the NBL for one, and WNBL once we get through there. But we need to be first and foremost getting back on the court, getting our supporters, our volunteers and our team sorted out.
Just on that, do you see the old supporters, jumping back in, or do you need to get a new fan base there?
No, I think the old supporters are there. We had at the AGM a good turnout at the AGM. The memberships are already coming in as well. So there is a good base for us to build back off. Once we make some announcements later in the week around the coaching and some players hopefully, and even the venue when we get that sorted out, we should see that continue to build. But also not just our members, the volunteers are coming back as well, which is a fantastic thing to see. This club's built around our volunteers, so it's great to see them coming back on board.
You've mentioned it a bit already, but how high on the priority list is an NBL team here?
Well, again, that's up to Mr. Kesselman to work out, but we're very supportive and really want to see that take traction. I think his plans would be, if he gets hold of the entertainment centre, that he could have a team in the next season, which would be fantastic for Tasmania.
You're a passionate basketball person, Brett. I see you around all the junior basketball games throughout the year. What energy can you bring to this role now as Chargers President?
I think a lot of it is to follow on from where we've got to already. We don't necessarily need to change the plan or the strategy where we are. We need to continue moving forward with that strategy and to grow the sport in Tasmania. It's already happening. We just need to hold a strong hand on the tiller and keep our focus moving forward on grassroots and pathways for young people.
And what was the tipping point, I suppose, for you to accept the role as president of this club?
I'm the slowest runner, Ronnie. No, look, for me to take this role on, I saw it as a challenge. I've been brought back into basketball by my kids, watching my kids grow into the sport, but also once the time I've been on the board, dealing with people like David and all the other members and working in the community of basketball, it just seems the right thing to do to step into the shoes of David's leaving and move forward with the club from there.